What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm gonna be showing you the latest EvolutionX ROM on this device. And as you can see, this is the latest update, 23rd July 2021 build, as you're noticing from the build date right here. And of course the build maintainer is still Joe Huab, and the FaceUnlock status shows as enforcing. This build I have been using for 5 days, I would say. So yeah, the build performance over here is just amazing, and the experience over here is one of the most stable that you will get in the EvolutionX ROM. Earlier in the EvolutionX 5.9, the previous builds of this, I have had problems, but here those problems or all of those problems are totally gone in my opinion, and no hiccups or stutters are there in the UI. As you can see, there is the EvolutionX version shows as 5.9 Immortal official build. The security patch is latest of July 5th, 2021, and the Android version is of course Android 11. And in the about section, you will see the EvolutionX logo up top. Now in the system panel, you still get the system updater if you need it. As you can see, there is the check for updates option, and it also shows the version and stuff over here. If you do not know how to flash this ROM on your device, just check out the card right there from the top right corner. Also in the gestures, you still find the swipe rig screenshot and stuff, but here this problem is there that like whenever you take a screenshot, as you can see all of these options appear, but I cannot simply scroll between them. As you can see, like as soon as I try to do that, it goes away. As you can see, I was just scrolling it. Let me show you up close. So if I scroll it, as you can see, it goes away. So this problem is there, but there is the share, scroll, delete and edit option. But again, the edit option is hard to reach. It just like goes away. Maybe they will fix that in the future updates, but as of right now, like if you swipe from the right to left, as you can see, this option will go away, as you are noticing. So as soon as I try to click on that edit option, it just goes away. And in the system navigation gestures, we have these gesture navigation. If you go into the settings, we have a lot of customizations. We have the amount of screen height to be used as the back gesture, and we have the advanced gestures over here. Extended swipe action, you can customize this for long swipe to the left or long swipe to the right. And we have the gesture bar length and the radius customization as well. I did customize it, that's why you are seeing this like long and thick pill bar, as you are noticing. There is also immersive navigation. If you don't want this pill bar to show up, then you can enable this option. That will just hide the pill bar from here, but you can still use the full screen gestures. And we have the haptic feedback over here. All of those options are working totally fine. Let me go back. We have the 2 and 3 button navigation for the old school kind of navigation of Android, and double tap to sleep is there on the status bar and lock screen as well. Quickly open camera is there, and we have the power menu options over here. We have the sensitive content and stuff. Then we have skip music track, adaptive playback, etc. And we have the front camera calibration settings. As you can see, you can calibrate the front camera over here. That is a good option, I would say. And this ROM again is based on OSS vendor. That's why you are getting all of these options, I guess. So camera calibration is there, and we have the front camera sound effects, as you are noticing. And we have the front camera raise dialog, and the camera LED you can disable if you want to. And the Google keyboard is present over here. So of course the G apps is included. That's why you are getting the Google keyboard right here. Let me show you the home screen. This is how my home screen looks like, because I did customize it a bit, and the widgets in the home screen are working totally fine. To the left, we are still getting the Google's Discover page. Swiping up gets you to the app drawer. Swiping down gets you to the quick settings panel. I'm just downloading the Bliss ROM right here. And here, as you can see, this is how the quick setting panel looks like. Again, all the widgets in the home screen are working fine, and everything, the whole UI is very fluid, as you are noticing. And this Android 12 clock widget I'll list it below, the app I mean, and you can use any kind of Android 12 clocks with that. So this clock I have been liking, looks very cool. Now let me show you the quick settings panel. This is how it looks like, because again I have customized it. You can change all those colors. I'm right now using the Android 12 kind of tint. That's why you are seeing this like disable toggles also has the red kind of tint over here. The accent color I have customized to a red kind of accent, as you are noticing. And you can edit and add multiple toggles. As you can see, plethora of toggles are there that you can edit and add. So let me show you what toggles that I have added. I have the battery saver right here, then the dark theme, and yes, the dark theme also has the pitch black and stuff like that. And the Android 11 kind of screen recorder is there. With that you can record the device audio and the microphone audio at the same time. We have the show touches on screen and stuff. Hotspot, do not disturb, data saver, everything is there. Always on display, you can turn off from here. Heads up you can disable or enable, and the de-dimming is also there. So that is the anti-flicker mode. As you can see, the night light is also working, but when you have the de-dimming turned on, as this is a OSS vendor based ROM, if you like try to change the brightness too quickly, as you can see, the night light just gets disabled actually. But as you can see, the toggle still says it's turned on, but it's actually not. Let me just show you. If I disable that, turns on for a moment, then it goes to the normal screen. So yeah, if you turn on anti-flicker or de-dimming mode, the night light may not work that great. And we have the nearby share. The volume panel also is there. As you can see, this is how the volume panel looks like. Again, you can customize this, and the live display option is there. With that, you can actually switch the display to the high brightness mode. As you can see, this is the outdoor brightness mode over here. So yeah, you can change it to automatic or turn it off. FPS info is also there. As you can see right now, the FPS shows up on the top left of the screen. So yeah, you have all of these customizations, and we also have the reboot toggle too. So you can tap and hold on this. When it says recovery, it will directly reboot to the recovery. And we also get the OxygenOS kind of screen recorder. Let me show you. With that, you can actually change the resolution and stuff, then the bitrate of the video, and we have the number of frames changing option for that screen recording. So lot of options that you will get with this OxygenOS kind of screen recorder, but also the Android 11 screen recorder just works fine. And the gaming mode is also there. Let me just tap and hold on it. As you can see, you can enable this gaming mode to get rid of the notifications when you are playing a game or something. And we have the sound toggle too. So if you tap and hold on it, again, you get the volume panel. You can just enable the general mode or go to the silent mode with this toggle. Now let me talk about the camera. Well, the stock camera here is the old kind of camera. As you can see, this is a Snapdragon camera present by default. And yes, you can customize some stuff over here, but this is not friendly looking camera UI in my opinion. As you can see, you get this 123x zoom over here, and you also have all of these options, like you can switch the video mode and stuff like that. So all of these options are there, but this is not a good camera UI in my opinion. That's why I have flashed Magisk, and with that I have flashed the ANX camera. This is the version 185R by the way, not 190R. I will do a separate video maybe on the 190R. But here, as you can see, this is totally working fine. In the video mode, we have up to 4K 60 FPS working fine. Even the front camera works super fine over here, as you can see. So no issues with the camera over here. Even after flashing the ANX camera, it is working totally fine. If you do not know how to flash the ANX camera version 185R, check out the card right there. In the settings panel, of course, this is how it looks like. You can search in the settings. You have your profile picture over here. Then we have the Evolver settings. There you get all of this customization. We have the About EvolutionX on the bottom, and you can download the developers from here. And we have the themes on the first option. Then we have these lock screen clocks. Now, the most interesting part about this lock screen clock is that you get this Android S style lock screen clock, and also the DP3 is there. But I like the Android S style lock screen clock more. But with that, this is how it looks like. Right now, it just goes to the small, because right now I have this notification over here. Let me just hide that. So I just hidden the ADM notification from lock screen, and right now this is how the always on display looks like. Just look at this, how beautiful it looks. It also has this accent color kind of touch, and whenever you're double tapping over here, this is how the lock screen looks like actually. And okay, so lock screen double tap to sleep not working. So here, as you can see, if I tap the fingerprint scanner and it unlocks. Let me show you a couple more times the fingerprint scanner speed. As you are noticing, it is a very fast and snappy experience with the fingerprint scanner. No issues whatsoever that I have faced. So let me try a couple more times, and as you are noticing, the fingerprint scanner speed is blazing fast, and it also shows that MIUI kind of animation over here because I have set that from the customization settings. Again, back to the themes, we have the show status, weather and stuff, and we have the dark theme, and the accent color picker is there, and you can pick any kind of accent color with this color panel. And the font styles you can customize. Of course, you get plethora of fonts. This options just does not end. As you can see, just notice how many fonts you get. So plethora of font option for the whole UI is there. Icon shapes you can customize as usual, and we have the nav bar customization, and the switch style you can also change. This is the toggle style. As you can see, the toggles in the settings looks like Android 12 kind of toggle. So yeah, and the volume panel you can also change. Right now I have this shape shift option, but still it looks like this for some reason. Let me just switch to the P404. Okay, so this is the P404 option, and we have the shape shift. Let me actually change that. And right now, as you can see, the shape shift volume panel appeared. So yeah, you can change the volume panel just like this. And we have the G visual mode over here. You can change the rounded corners over here. If you set it to medium or something, this is how it will look like. The whole UI looks like this right now. As you're noticing, it has these rounded corners over here. So looks very beautiful. And the custom header, quick setting tile disco, and the quick setting tint style you can change. You can have it on the OxygenOS 11 if you don't like the accent colors over there on the quick toggles. But you can change it however you want to. And the background alpha you can change, and the custom rounded corners you can set. In the status bar, we still have the network traffic indicator, clock and date customization. The status bar lyric feature is there. And in the battery settings, we have the battery percentage next to the icon. And these are the battery styles that you get for the status bar. Let me go back. We have the system icons. From here, you can enable the headset, Bluetooth, etc. icons, of course. And we have the show 4G instead of LTE, roaming indicator and stuff. Let me go back in the notifications. We have the heads up and the ticker disabling option, and the notification light, the battery light, and the edge lighting option is also there. You can use that if you want to. In-call vibrations are there, and the blink flashlight for incoming call is there. Let me go back. We have the quick setting panel, quick pull down, smart pull down, both are there. Vibrate on toggle touch is there. Column and row number customizations are there. And we also have this brightness control, so you can slide a finger on the status bar to adjust the brightness of the screen, and it works flawlessly as you are noticing. Now let me scroll down. We have the data usage visibility, the battery estimates in the quick settings, and again we have the show at bottom when expanded and stuff, the brightness slider I guess, and the auto brightness option is there, and quick setting brightness slider position, you can change it to top or bottom from here. Let me go back to the power menu. Here we have the advanced restart. Let me show you this is how the power menu looks like. We also have the Google smart home controls, and with that you can enable the smart lights that you have in your house. And if you click on advanced, as you can see, you can directly reboot to the recovery or fast boot straight from here. We have the power menu opacity as well, so if you want to change that you can. And in the gestures we have the system settings, the long press power button, toggle torch, and the brightness control again is there. Swipe to screenshot is there, and the double tap to check phone, and the double tap to sleep is also there in the lock screen. But sometimes I have seen in the lock screen the double tap to sleep does not work. In the lock screen settings, we have the always on display scheduling option, then the fingerprint error or authentication vibration. But again, there is no always unlock with the fingerprint scanner. Yes, I do miss that feature over here in this ROM. And we have the animated FOD or the fingerprint scanner animation when it appears. So you can change that MIUI kind of animation to One UI 1 or One UI 2, and the oxygen noise kind of animation is also there. And we also have the fingerprint scanner icons. These are the icons you can set if you are not using the animations, the appearing animation I mean. And we have the fingerprint pressed color. By default it's set to white, but you can change it to these many colors. And we have the FOD on doors, and the recognizing animation is also there as well, of course. And I have been using it with the McLaren, but you can go with the Cyberpunk 2077 if you want to. And we have the pulsar, supernova, etc. And all of those animations that were there previously are still there. And here you can customize the background blur, how much you want the blur to be. So I have been using it with the 20%. With that, the lock screen looks like this. And as you can see, the EvolutionX logo right there is kind of blurred. So yeah, you can customize this however you want to. And in the lock screen, you can hide the status bar and the lock icon. The charging animation, you can change. This is the small animation which appears on the bottom when you are charging. Music visualizer and stuff is there. Music cover art is there. Let me go to the buttons. Here we have the navigation bar and the volume rocker, wake and stuff. Then the show volume panel on the left. Click to take partial screenshot animations. And here we have the disable transition animations. And the screen off animation is also there. You can set it to default CRT or scale. Back gesture animation is there. Charging animation is there. And the animation scale you can change from here. In the MISC settings, we have the gaming mode. But here in the screenshot settings, you only get these options. You can't actually change the time mode, like for how long this options will stay. So yeah, as you can see, I can't simply scroll over there. So here we have the launch music app on headset and the sensor block per package, and the USB configuration is also there. This is one of my favorite features, I would say, and I always set it to file transfer because it's very convenient for me to actually file transfer between my PC and my phone with a USB cable. So yeah, definitely I set it to file transfer from here. This USB configuration is a very helpful option. And we also have the always on display brightness changing option. If you want to force some brightness values, you can do that in the always on display. And now in the battery settings, this is how it looks like. Here, if you tap on the battery icon, you can see the full usage of the battery over here. And I would say this is one of the best battery settings that you can get in a custom ROM, because you get the thermal profiles in the battery settings itself. And from here, you can customize the thermal profiles to the default benchmark, browser, camera, dialer, gaming, and streaming. Have the battery saver, adaptive battery. And if you scroll down more, we have the adaptive charging, adaptive temperature as well. The charging will be dependent on the temperature of the battery. That is great. Also, we have the last full charge saying option, then the screen on time. If you scroll down more, you also get the battery health status. So you get the design battery capacity, the current battery capacity, the charging cycles, and also the battery temperature. These are the informations that I look for in a ROM. These are very helpful information. Like I want to see my charging cycle. I want to see my battery temperature. When I go into the battery settings, I can get to see all of those things right here. And in terms of the screen on time, I would say you can get 6 to 7 hours of screen on time over here. The battery life is not bad, even though this is a OS vendor based ROM. I am liking the battery life over here. Also, the fast charging over here is working flawlessly, no issues whatsoever. Let me go into the display settings now. Here we have the brightness level, adaptive or auto brightness. In the lock screen, we have these privacy settings. And if you scroll down more, we have the always show time and info, wake screen for notification, always on when charging is there. Let me go back and we have the dark theme. From here, you can also change the color bucket if you want to. And we have the display size, the DPI, and the night light you can schedule from here. Also, the live display is there. From here, again, you can enable the outdoor bright sun mode. Anti-flicker or de-stimming is there in the live display. And we have the color calibration. You can set it to RGB. And we have the hue, saturation, intensity, and contrast from here. So reading mode, you can also enable, you can turn the whole display like black and white or grayscale. So yeah, and the colors are set to boosted by default, and we have the styles and wallpapers, and you can actually customize or create a theme from here. Then we have all of these wallpapers. As you are noticing, you have these Google wallpapers over here. Again, the living universe is also there, so you can download these live wallpapers and apply them if you want to. Also, you get this papers app over here still, and with that you are getting these new like papers wallpapers of EvolutionX, and there are plethora of options for these EvolutionX wallpapers. As you are noticing, these wallpapers just looks awesome. This honeycomb design I'm liking. So yeah, a lot of wallpapers that you get over here. So these EvolutionX wallpapers, again, I am liking to see over here. I have been using it with this wallpaper right here, but you can use it with any other wallpapers of EvolutionX. So yeah, these wallpapers definitely look cool in my opinion, as you can see. And in the grid option, we have up to this 5x5 grid, I guess. Let me go back. We have the rotation settings, and we have the double tap to wake and the pocket detection as well. So you can enable these options if you want to, and the enable blurs options are there as well. Like when you are in the home screen and pulling out the quick settings panel, this is the blur you are noticing. In the sound settings, we have the media, call, ring, etc. volume controls, show volume panel on the left side, and always vibrate for calls is there. And the ringtone vibration pattern you can change from here. Let me scroll down. We have these options like the phone ringtone and stuff you can change. Dial pad tone, screen locking sound, charging vibration, screen sound you can disable. And we have the clear speaker option. So if your speakers have some dust, you can clear it out. And the Mi sound enhancer is also there. And right now, as you can see, it is enabled, and the hi-fi audio option I have been using, it is working fine. And also you can set the custom preset with this youth edition and stuff. By the way, let me tell you, the Moto audio has been removed from here. That is simply not there, but the Mi audio direct we get. And with that, the sound quality via the headphone jack and Bluetooth as well is working flawlessly. No issues whatsoever that I have faced with the sound quality here. In the security settings, you also get this kind of screen lock kind of settings. We have the scramble pin layout, and the quick unlock is there, and the screen off fingerprint is also there. I have showed you the fingerprint scanner speed, so let me show you the face unlock now. So I did set up my face unlock. So right now, let me just double tap over here to lock the device. And as you can see right now, if I swipe up on the lock screen, only then it unlocks with a face unlock. Let me try one more time. So I just double tap over here and swipe up. Then it brings the front camera and it unlocks. So yeah, fast and snappy face unlock, considering this device has a motorized selfie camera. Also, we do get the app lock, and the app lock has no bugs at all over here. And we have the lock app after instantly 15 seconds and screen off. And you can lock any particular app just by tapping on them like this. So yeah, and you are also able to hide their notifications from here. You can search for any particular app just like this from here, as you can see. So this is great, and we also have the app lock working fine. This is how the app locker UI looks like, as you can see. And you can use your PIN, or you can use the face unlock data, and you can also tap the fingerprint scanner, and that will unlock that particular app. So yeah, the app lock is working flawlessly, no issues that I have had. Talking about the InCall UI, this is how it looks like. We still do not have any call recording option, but VoLTE calling and VO Wi-Fi both are working fine here, no issues with that. Now DRM info should be L1 over here if your DRM certification is not broken, but I have broken my DRM certification. That's why my DRM status here is L3. I'm not showing you that because I show that to you in every video. And also SafetyNet is working flawlessly here. No issues. It is working out of the box. Also with Magisk or Magisk Hide, the SafetyNet is working fine. So banking apps here is working totally fine. No issues with that. Talking about the daily driving performance, it has been a really great pleasure to use this ROM on a daily basis. And I would say The experience I have got is like buttery smooth, no issues whatsoever that I have faced. The OS vendor's performance right now is amazing in EvolutionX ROM. Any frame drops or something, I did not notice those. And here are the Antutu and Geekbench score of this ROM, also the CPU stress test for this particular build. Also saying hey Google does bring you the Google Assistant, as you can see. Let me try one more time. Okay Google. As you can see again, Google Assistant is working flawlessly here, so no issues with the voice triggers. It uses Google Pixel's backup sync, so you can't really get any settings, but definitely the backup seems like it is doing this. Backing up from this Pixel is free and unlimited, it shows. So you get this Google Pixel unlimited backup over here in this particular ROM. So EvolutionX has been one of the best ROMs in the past, and right now it has been improved to a really whole another level. I would say the stability and performance over here is just amazing. For the Redmi K20 Pro at least, the EvolutionX 5.9 is an amazing ROM in my opinion, especially the 23rd July 2021 build. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think, and thank you so much for watching this video. Please share this video out with your friends if you like this ROM, and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. This is Tito from K20 Tech signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.